What's up, y'all? We made it into Traverse City, Michigan to the National Cherry Festival Airshow. We're hanging out with the F-22 team on practice day. We're gonna get some awesome footage of them running up the jets, some of the maintainers doing their opening ceremonies. It's gonna be a great weekend, y'all. They got the F-35 Bravo and a mill-heavy air show. Super excited. I wanted to dive deep on the loadout and the gear that I use and the reasons why. Got a lot of questions on what type of cameras that I use, and so I wanted to dive deep on my gear haul, my loadout, my every air show carry, right? No. I just wanted to go through the thought processes and everything like that and really dive deep in my gear to hopefully help you on your journey as a creative. I also wanted to go to this air show just as a spectator and show you that you don't need access, you don't need to be best friends with all the pilots. You can still go as a spectator and get some amazing footage. And I wanted to show you how I recon an air show, how I research the area and try to find things like Google Maps and Apple Maps to help plan out my route, the way I think about and tackle an air show as far as vantage point and stuff like that. All right, y'all, come on, let's get it. What's up, y'all? We just watched the F-35 Bravo and the United States Coast Guard Blackhawks take off and do their practice demo. Having a really fun time on the ramp today. We're gonna be getting some really cool close-up footage and behind the scenes of the F-22 Demo Team. It's gonna be a really fun, awesome day. Just a quick little update here, hanging out. Ended up getting a patch from the F-35B team. Traded a F-22 patch. Don't tell the F-22 team. But yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Super excited, and we're getting after it today. We'll see you guys on the next update.
I'm Captain Nick Tourneau. I go by Laz, and I'm the F-22 demonstration team commander and pilot. So I've been passionate about flying since a very young age. I saw the F-22 Raptor first fly at the St. Cloud Airshow in Minnesota, and from there it lit a spark in me that made me want to fly airplanes for the military. From there I went on to commission in the Air Force in 2018, attended pilot training, and then was selected to fly the F-22 Raptor. It's been a bit of a full circle moment for me ever since then, trying to make it to the F-22 demonstration team, and now I'm fortunate enough to complete that full circle and lead it myself. The first thing you're going to find out is that you'll hear and feel the Raptor before you'll ever see it. During the demonstration, we like to show the entire capability, aerobatically primarily, of the F-22. So you're going to see us do some spectacular maneuvering through the vertical, doing backflips and rolls, as well as demonstrating the professionalism of the team through narration and music. It really comes down to the amount of traveling that we do, actually. We spend over 200 days of the year on the road getting to interact with various different communities all over the globe. And we accomplish that via a relatively small amount of people. We have only 15 people on our team, so to be able to accomplish such a monumental task with such a small amount of people is really a testament to their work ethic and professionalism.
What's up, y'all? Today has been a super successful day. Right now, they're having a bit of a ramp party. They got all of the aircraft on static display. They have F-16s from Toledo. They have some A-10s, a P-8 Poseidon, the F-22, F-35 Bravo, and the awesome Harriers over here off my left shoulder. Y'all, it's been a great day. This is a great ending to the first day, practice day. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I'm super excited. When we get back to the Airbnb, we're gonna do a awesome patch haul video. And I'm also gonna dive into some of the camera gear and bags and everything like that, cases, batteries, chargers, all that good stuff. So I can give you good advice on the gear that I use, and you can expect to get similar image quality out of the stuff that I have as well. I'm going to take you guys around on a virtual B-roll of the static display out here. Got a great patch haul. Man, I'm tired, I'm smoked. I have really worked all day. I'm excited though. It's been a great day. All right, y'all, we'll see you on the next update.
I'm Blake. I run the Casper Aviation YouTube and Instagram channel. Mainly my goal is I'm filming video of anything, usually military, sometimes commercial of aviation. I like to focus on kind of the raw aspect of aviation, so I try to keep my footage as clean as possible, audio as clear as possible, just so you can see and really feel these jets in action, watch the pilots do their things, you know, watch aviation the way you would if you were actually at this event. I'm from Detroit, so naturally my first air show was Thunder over Michigan over in Ypsilanti. I've been going to that show since I was a little kid. You know, I remember being young, seeing the Blue Angels. I mean, how could you not fall in love? So all that, I was always into aviation. That really just kind of pushed me the extra mile. The first air show I actually truly leaned into photography and videography, documenting, I'd say, was the 2021 Thunder over Michigan. They had both the Blue Angels, the Thunderbirds, F-35A and Growler teams there. I think even a German A400 flew a demo. Great lineup, cloudy, but tons of vapor that day. First time I really kind of busted out the camera. You know, was actually old enough and conscious enough to hold it steady and know what I was filming and listen to a scanner. And since then, you know, I've loved filming the aircraft. You know, I love just sometimes rewatching and sending the footage to the pilots. I think that's one of my major goals, is especially like some people I'm friends with in different squadrons. Anytime they're in town, I'd love to get footage of them and send it to them, because personally, I'm a commercial pilot. You know, fly general aviation aircraft. Not nearly as cool, but I still know, like, when you're flying and somebody says, hey, I got pictures of you, that's a great feeling to have. Like, you know, let me see them, you know? So I like to return the favor, send what I got, try to make everyone happy. My camera, I use the Sony RX10 Mark IV. I believe it came out back in 2017, so it's a little bit dated. It's a great kind of in-between camera, I feel like, from a full DSLR to maybe, you know, something a little more complex or simple. It's got a good range of zoom. The lens on there, I believe it's 30 to 600 millimeters. So it's very versatile, very compact and easy to bring. It's a bit easy to use, but it can be a bit finicky at times. Like, I know for me, I have wind limitations and weather limitations. It's a lot more limited in dark lighting as well. Usually when people are still out there filming or taking pictures, like, you know, maybe a half hour after sunset, I bugged out 20 minutes ago. So I try to play around with its limits well enough. If things work out, it's great. The footage is nice, clear 4K. If not, you know, that's why I try to give myself more than one chance. Paired with it, I use a Viltrox VX18M tripod, and then I have the Manfrotto, but I use that fluid head on top of it. I'll use the tripod for anything kind of slower paced on the ground, keeps it stable. The only time really I'm not using the tripod is for high-speed demonstrations, anything up in the air, or if I'm at a really unique location spot, like a few times I've shot from the tower over at the Battle Creek Field of Flight. That tower is pretty much the corner marker for the show box. Everything is right in your face. Too fast of a pan for a tripod, so I'll be handheld from there. When I'm going handheld versus tripod, usually the tripod I can be tighter with my zoom, you know, a little more close up. When I'm handheld, I like to give myself a little extra space, because being handheld, I'm not a robot. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm gonna maybe twitch a little. So usually I'll compensate for that stuff, but that's usually what's in my gear. I utilize a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus shotgun microphone for audio. Anything fast with afterburners, I'll turn the gain down 10 decibels so I don't pop it. Other than that, usually just default settings. Same with exposure, usually it's just on auto. If it's like a really bright day with a dark contrast, I'll go to manual so I don't blow up the jet. Keep with it. Practice as well. Practice is your best friend. I didn't just pick up a camera overnight and become good at it. It took me lots and lots of practice, some, years even, of just, like, if you have to, what I would do is I'd go out to my local airport, which is DTW, and I would just practice panning with the commercial flights there, get the fundamentals down, get used to the feeling, the maneuvering of aircraft, all that fun stuff. But just stick with it. It's gonna be terrible at the start. My stuff was all terrible at the start. You just have to trust the process, find a style, put your own spin on things if you want, or if you like the style somebody else has, feel free to shoot like them. I know my personal thing is I don't like to touch the zoom when I'm filming, and I like to kind of start with the entire aircraft in frame, and then as it gets closer, it's like kind of cropped, and then as it goes away, it gets out again. I didn't invent that style. I saw that from guys like, HD Melbourne Aviation, Frankfurt Productions. Those guys have been doing that stuff. A lot of the stuff I got too came from Lep Aviation. He's an old friend of mine, also from Detroit. But you just got to stick with it, keep doing practice. And as for like access and stuff at air shows, just go network, go talk to people. People are awesome, They'll, you go up and talk to them, I'm sure they'd be glad to share the passion with you. I mean, we're all here for the planes, sometimes even the people. The more you talk to people, the more opportunities will present themselves. I have real imposter syndrome. Like anytime I'm doing something, I'm like, I shouldn't be here. It's up to the people that brought me. They're like, oh, you should be here. I know recently I was just at the VMA 231 Sundown ceremony, and I was like, why am I here? And then, my buddies who are Harrier pilots are like, oh, you're here because we like you, It's just, you go talk to people, hit it off with them, just keep giving yourself chances. Feel free to open up to new experiences. I know some people might be a little introverted, might be a little scary. Trust me, everybody's here at these shows to talk to each other. Sure, the flying's cool, but this is certainly not my saying, but this is what they say at Oshkosh a lot. You come for the planes, you stay for the people. All the people I've met is a result of me just being willing to go out, try new things, meet new people. It's all worth it. You will get to do some cool stuff in doing so. So I just stick with it and be open to new experiences.
All right, y'all, we're back. Today was outstanding. Practice day on the ramp. We got amazing footage of all of the maintainers, the pilots, showing the story of the run-ups and everything like that. And they had a ramp party after practice day, and it's really cool because I got some amazing swag. VM F-8T 501. These are the F-35 Bravo Demo Team, and here's one of their Friday patches. Got pretty much everything. This one in particular, I ended up trading for an F-22 patch with one of the maintainers, so I believe that was a great trade. And then here's the Warlords patch here, and another cool little adversary patch here. And then we got an F-22 patch, replenishing the one I traded. And then Jacob coming in clutch with the collab with the F-22. Got the tail patch. I got the 2025 F-22 coin. I have one from each and every year of the last 3 years. And then here is the F-35 coin. Looking really snazzy here. Really cool stuff. I got the F-22 hat. Come on. I have the white one too. White hats just are so hard to keep clean, but I had to get a F-22 hat as well. Probably gonna rock that one tomorrow, if you know what I'm saying. The VMA 223 Bulldogs. Got some awesome Harrier patches here. Got a Harrier coin, pretty sweet. And then I got a Harrier coin bottle opener, which is really cool. Always like these cool little pieces of memorabilia, and this is just a timeless piece. Really cool here with the cool rising sun there. Got another one here, and then I got one of their little smaller patches here as well, and then one of their little pull tab type little things. I forget the name of these little patches here, but got that one as well. Got the 8-ballers, the training squadron. I thought this was probably the coolest patch that they had here. And I was just like, oh man, I saw them eating dinner in the cafeteria, and I was like, I have to have this one. So this one's super dope. Really like that one. The patrol squadron, the P8 Poseidon had some cool swag patches as well. Got this one here and everything like that. And then the F-35 Bravo hooked it up with some stickers. Same layout as well on their stickers as their patch. And y'all, I think we did an outstanding job on our swag haul. I know you guys like these things. And stay tuned. Tomorrow is Saturday. We will be in the crowd. I wanted to show you, the viewer, that you don't have to have access. You don't have to have a network. You can start out in general admission, just like everyone else, as a general observer, a general attendee, and still get some bona fide crispy footage. Okay, I'm gonna go more in depth on my loadouts and everything like that, so that you all can see the gear list, maybe make a wish list of things, of stuff that can make you a better creative. Y'all, I'm very excited about all the stuff that went down today. Got some really good interviews that I'll be able to put in the video, and it's gonna be a good content weekend, y'all. I'm having a great time. The haul was immaculate. Really made up for all the stuff that I didn't get at Dias. So yeah, the Harriers will fly. They will not hover. Unfortunately, the F-35 and the Harriers weren't approved to hover, but they will do a very rare formation. And with the United States Marine Corps, I don't think outside of the Spaniards that do their tandem hovers with the F-35B and the Harrier, I believe this will be only the second time that these two birds will be in the same formation. Unfortunately, they just didn't get it approved to hover, but I did risk it for the biscuit. I did try to get that. I'm really excited about today, and we're gonna cut this short here. We're gonna see you guys in the morning. All right, y'all, come on, let's get it. What's up, y'all? It is day 2, air show day, and we are front and center, a little show right on the beach here in Traverse City, Michigan. It's gonna be really fun. Got the wagon, the tripods all ready to go, got the seat. We're just chilling, waiting for stuff to kind of start. If you're going to do an air show and you're just general admission, pro tip, make sure you're the first one at the gate so you can get a really good spot. And if you do that and you do your due diligence, you should be able to get some good footage and a good spot. I staked out my spot early this morning. I'm the first one on the beach, and I'll probably be the last one to leave. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the drone up in the sky over the water. The TFR closes, and I still have some daylight left. So I'll get you guys a bird's eye view of the spot that I chose, the reasons why I chose this shot. And word on the street is the F-22 is doing flares today, and it's gonna be a really good show day. All right, y'all, so we're on the beach waiting for the show to start, and I thought I'd go through my loadout. When it comes to creating air show content, and it's an air show that I can drive to, well, I like to bring my wagon, a chair, a tripod, all of my bags. It helps packing and putting things in their places a lot easier, and I can just afford to bring more stuff, right? If I have to fly to a location, unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of being able to bring everything that I want to. That being said, there's no perfect camera, there's no perfect tripod, there's no perfect gimbal or anything like that. There's no perfect camera or lens combination. So that being said, this is the stuff that I typically bring. I'm on the beach here, and so this is my first quote-unquote beach show. We don't have salt water that could erode the lenses and stuff like that. We just have fresh water up here on Lake Michigan. So yeah, let's go through everything. You know, I got this tarp right now. This is my Suray SV H115 head with my SV75 carbon fiber legs. This is a quick deploy. I personally don't really care for the twist release. I like clamp release, but for the price point, you know, this beats a Shatler tripod that's like $3,700. And then I have like a Porter Brace big old camcorder gimbal bag. I like to put my microphones, snacks, extra batteries, GoPros. It's just like a big Barney bag of sorts. And then I have my Temba Axis. This is the first gen. I really like that, how it has a zips on the back and for added security. Y'all know about my Pelican case video. And so the Pelican case sits in there, and then this wagon really helps. It's just an Academy sports wagon. I got a lot of questions on my wagon actually, and it really helps keep everything organized. And if I'm traveling like a long distance from parking, that is kind of the setup here. I actually got a brand deal at work with this water bottle company. I believe, what's it called again? I forget. Infidel, Iron Infidel, I think, is the brand, but this is their Carpenter line. Really like that. Keeps the water cold and everything. Let me go ahead and pause here, and then I'll show you the inside of each bag. All right, guys, we're back here. Here is the inside of the Temba Axis case. I have my Sony microphone here, my XLR mount. I have my Rode microphone here, and then this is a water bottle that's freshly chilled. I put it inside the bag and then wrap it up in the towel here. I also like to have a cleaning case just in case if I need to do any field cleaning on the lenses. And that's pretty much the loadout here for the Temba backpack. Show the outside of the Temba bag here. Really cool. It has like a water bottle side pocket. Has MOLLE for MOLLE attachments out front. And I've always enjoyed this backpack, really. It's solid, and it just all-around good-looking backpack. Definitely a dude backpack, so not cute, but I like the manly tactical vibes. And yeah, so we're gonna head over to the Porter Brace bag here. And like I said, this is just like houses my gimbal mainly, and just like an assorted amount of things. I got like a poncho in there, all my GoPro and Osmo cases, extra lavalier mics, and I can load that up with like, you know, sunscreen, stuff like that. You guys actually really did get to see kind of like my loadout of sorts on the last Pelican video. That being said, guys, this is the case for the weekend, and I got all of my lenses and everything that really can't hit the elements. I keep that in there, and then in this, I have all of my like selfie tripods, tabletop tripods for the Osmo, for like the patch haul and stuff like that. If it rains, I have like a trash bag ready to put everything and tarp it over. And then I also have a poncho. You know, these Midwest shows, you always have spotty weather, so be prepared to get wet. And that's why I really did invest in a good Pelican case, is because if it rains, it keeps all of the camera gear safe and everything like that. And I got one piece of gear that I love the most. Let me pause here again, and we'll get to it. All right, y'all, so this is my Kufaru chest rig. I hold a lot of gear in this small pack. In these front little pockets, I like to have extra camera batteries because I may not have time to go over to my bag, you know, in the hangar or in the vehicle. I might not have time to do that. So I really like this. I like the Velcro up top so I can, you know, rep some patches. This is Battle Cat Co. with their cool little ghost Snapchat looking tactical guy. I really like it. And then inside here, let's see if I can get a good angle. But basically, I like how it has this little like protective thing, and it like keeps it as a bucket of sorts. So when I open this up, my chest rig doesn't just like flop out onto the ground. But I got like nice little organization pouches back here for my memory cards and my phone, power bank, little brushes. And then I always have a nice little lens squishy that I can do some quick dusting of the lens. I have a multi-tool, so if my tripod mount gets loose, I can do that. I actually hold the Osmo, and I have this awesome little lens cap for the Osmo as well. And then I just keep all of my iPhone charger cables and everything like that in here. I keep painkillers and and little snacks and stuff like that inside this. Also, when I do go for the patch haul, in addition, I have the this back pouch. I have a pillow sleeve that I like to put on the lens just to keep the barrel heat down. I have like a waterproof cover for the camera, and then I got Velcro. I like to put all of my patches in here after the swag haul as well, so I can carry those around and still be able to walk around and get film. Also, I like how it has like a Velcro name tag cover here. And all right, y'all, so this is what it looks like, kind of like full body, what you can expect. This is the backing here and everything like that. Made in the USA. It's a bit expensive. I will say that the quality and the stitching are really top notch, so you're gonna get what you pay for. I personally like the convenience of having these quick little pouches. This is actually made for steelhead and fly fishing, so this is more of an outdoorsman pack. And so I kind of retrofitted it to my needs. I wish that there was a brand that made these for creatives. I personally have some ideas for test and development, but I honestly don't want to foot the bill and the effort and the stress of R&Ding some stuff like that. So this is kind of the gear haul. If I am traveling via a car and I can drive, this is a little outside my range. This is a last minute trip. This is about 2 to 3 hours more of a drive. So it's like an 8-hour drive up here from St. Louis to Traverse City. So that being said, I like to be able to bring all of my stuff, my wagon, all of this stuff is the preferred loadout for an air show. When I do fly again this year, I will show you my flying loadout, where I methodically planned all of my bags and loadout when I go flying, and I check bags and everything like that. So I really hope this helps, guys. If I had to choose one of my favorite pieces of gear, it's got to be the steelhead. Unfortunately, the only downfall, it looks like a bit of a poopy diaper when you load it up with heavy stuff. So I try to keep it as lightweight as possible, but it's very convenient, and I love having stuff at an arm's reach. And I do get a lot of questions about this, a lot of questions about the cameras that I use. I have the Sony a7 III. I get a lot of questions on the camera gear that I use. I use the Sony a7 III. I shoot 4K 120. I like to slow things down in post and speed ramp and have flexibility in post, and that's the reason why I like to shoot that way. I shoot an HLG profile. I am looking to kind of move towards the S-Log 3 or S-Log 2 way of shooting, but I haven't really made that jump yet. I use the 200 to 600 G-Master lens, in addition to my other ramp lens that's friendly handheld. I use the 70 to 200 G-Master 2.0. And then for anything gimbal wise, I like to use the 24 to 70. And then I have the RS2. I'm looking to upgrade to the RS4 gimbal eventually. That being said, I really like the RS2. It's a bit of an older gimbal. It still works very well. Everything like that. Let's see here. I think that's everything. I use the Sony XLR mic. It came with the a7S III. I also use the Rode Video Mic Pro for my backup camera. If they're doing like a dedication pass and it's really close, or there's a big formation, I like to use the 70 to 200 to get all of the aircraft in the frame if I can. The downfall with this setup is I am not like a super nerd, and being able to kind of track the airplane in and out. So like I'm unable to like get the entire demo. I try to do my best because I know the YouTube viewers on my YouTube really like that whole demo vibe. So I really try to do that. I unfortunately cannot have the flexibility that a Handycam or a super zoom camera will provide. So that being said, I'm really excited to show you guys all of my gear. And yeah, we're getting after it today. I hope this helps. I hope, you know, I'm having full transparency here. You know, I don't have the perfect setup. I don't create the best videos in the world, but I do try to create them at a high level, and I try to get after it and learn every day and learn something new. I hope this helps, you know, and maybe I can dive into my behind the scenes setup rig. I have the Osmo. I'll have to film this on another camera, obviously, but I'll show B-roll of this and then maybe dive into my behind the scenes setup in another video. But this is mainly my every air show carry, every air show loadout if I am traveling via car. But yeah, come on, y'all, we gonna get it. I was like, dang, dude, someone's getting in a car wreck. It's just the fair over there. Woo. All right, bye.
I'm Ethan at STL_Plane Spotter. I've been shooting planes for about, 3-4 years now. Just been doing all sorts of plane spotting around St. Louis, both commercial and aviation. I shoot with the 90D with the Sigma 150-600. I shoot with it because when I first started, I switched to a Canon T7, so I've already known how to use Canon gear, and I've just gotten used to it. So I like it because I'm able to get like good zoomed in shots. The plane doesn't have to be like next to me. I can get far away shots and it's still sharp. It's very simple to use. Every button, know where it is and everything. Some limitations is it can't be like right next to me. I have to be decently far from the subject to shoot with the 150-600. So that's something I need to think about, getting a new lens so I can get closer shots when the planes aren't super far like this show. So first show I went to was Spirit 2022. I was shooting on my phone. It was cool to see. We went mainly for the Blue Angels. It was cool to see them do their things. That's what really got me into airshow stuff. And then next year I was able to get T7 with the 150-600 out at Scott Air Force Base, and that was something else. I was so insane to get like the quality on the planes and details and like the different vapes and stuff on the planes. I had never gotten those before. Was always looking forward to that, especially with the F-22 demo, so that was really fun to do for the first time. And then I'd say the first time I shot with this camera at a show, I think Spirit 2024, which was really nice because it has a really fast shutter compared to the T7, so I was able to get a lot more opportunity with it. So if you wanted to get into it, I always shot with my phone for like the first year and everything. Just kind of was interested, just went to the airport, went to the cell phone lot at Lambert. Cell phone lot, highly recommended if you want to get into it. And I use Flight Radar 24 to track when planes are coming in. That's really nice, so you can see like the arrivals and stuff, different special liveries and whatnot if you are into commercial stuff. It's really nice to get into at first.
What's up, y'all? We just finished the air show. We had an absolute blast. Got some really good flare footage of the F-22 and the F-35 did its awesome, famous hover. And we got a very rare formation of the F-35B and the Harrier. I think this is the first time it's ever been done. It was worth this trip. It was worth making this last minute trip, and I'm very excited with the content that I got. Tomorrow, day 3 of the weekend trip, and we're gonna burn it up just like we did today. Waiting for this TFR to end, and I'm gonna get the drone up over Lake Michigan and give you all a bird's eye view of where I shot my content this weekend. Super excited to get after it on day 3. Y'all, I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us and seeing what it takes to do airshow content, and I hope all this information helps. All right, y'all, come on. We'll see ya. All right, y'all, it's day 3. We are locked and loaded, cameras clean, ready to go. Waiting on a couple of friends to link up more towards Show Center today. We're on the Traverse City Pier, and we are the first ones on the beach again. So we're ready to go, got a good spot, and we're gonna burn it up just like we always do. And I'm really excited to bring you guys this content. And also, if you're looking to put this air show on your list, the weather's amazing. It's not super hot. You do have to kind of plan to get wet. It might rain on you a little bit. So just keep that in mind when you're putting this air show on your list. And I really hope this style content really helps you guys out. And I'm really glad to start this new series. You know, I wasn't able to make any content at the Smyrna air show. I was just super busy on that air show, so unfortunately I wasn't able to make as much content behind the scenes on that one. But I was really excited when I put this air show on my list last minute, because I knew I would be able to have more flexibility and more time to dedicate towards the behind the scenes stuff. So all right, y'all, we are super excited on day 3 here. Let's burn it up. Come on, let's get it. All right, y'all, we just ended. F-22 just wrapped it all up with some awesome flare action. Man, it's been a great weekend. Headed back with my gear back to the car, and we got an 8-hour drive back to St. Louis. Man, I am super pumped. Had a great time, met some new people, made some new friends. If you're looking to put the National Cherry Festival Airshow on your schedule, I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. It's a great area. The weather's great. The beach, air show, and atmosphere is amazing. And you know what, guys? We're getting after it. We got an 8-hour drive home to St. Louis, and we're gonna see you guys on the next air show. Peace.